Our Souls Alone is the story of 3 women during the Northern Irish Troubles and their struggle to keep their lives relatively normal.
He'll put all of us under suspicion. Joyce is right. They're paranoid about informers now. You'll give your family a bad name.
Couldn't we sink any lower?
I give up with you!
I read it, and for some reason it just stuck with me, and I loved it. And I've never truly interacted with a play just from reading it in the way that I did with this one. And one of my first reactions was, I want to see this on stage. I want to see this go up.
How's my mate? Hey!
I'm not your mate, I'm your daughter.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you, for God's sake?
And you players has been wonderful enough to be the support and the backbone to make that happen. Josie is kind of our fighter. She has been part of the IRA for over 10 years now, so most of her life has been spent in the IRA fighting for Irish freedom.
Do you know what they did when they divided this country?
Oh, here we go. Mystical alienation.
They gave us political amnesia.
But, you know, when you look a little bit deeper at who she is, she's a little bit softer, and she does want to be considered as a woman and as, you know, a little bit more soft than she presents herself.
I'm not brave. I just began doing this before I had to think of the consequences. I think I'm more scared than I was 10 years ago. But I'm getting better at smiling at soldiers.
Donna is kind of the glue. She holds together Frida and Josie.
I wish you two would give over. You're like chalk and cheese. You always have been.
She's staying at home and waiting for Liam to come home from prison, and she's, you know, keeping her child going, and she's also keeping, you know, she's the mother to Donna and Josie. She's keeping them going as well.
It means I don't have to sleep, but lie in bed waiting for them to come for her. Listening to every sound. I wouldn't go through that again for anything.
And then Frida is, she calls herself non-political.
Well, no, wait. Look at her. She's not living with an ideology. My brother's changed his political line 3 times at least since '69. He joined the officials when they split with the Provost, and the INLA when they split from the officials. The last time he was out on parole, he was impersonating votes for the Sinn Féin election.
She's kind of looking for a life outside of the troubles.
When did I ever have a chance to be myself? My father was interned before I was born. My brother's in the Kesh for bank robbery. You mentioned the name McCoy in the neighborhood, and people start walking away from you afterwards. I'm fed up living here.
We set them to learning the Irish accents basically from day 1.
I'll just stay for a week with you. Look. Okay, let's go again.
Grant.
He's gone home. I want to talk to you.
And then we got to Joe Conran, and he had a British accent, and everyone was kind of like, oh, that's right, you're British. We forgot.
I don't drink tea.
We had a couple of people who were kind of Scottish for a little while. Donald got a little mixed up. We're not going to teach you everything, but we're going to teach you a little bit. You're going to walk away knowing a little bit about it, and hopefully, you know, you'll walk away and want to go learn more about it. This is a fascinating piece of history that, you know, really shouldn't be overlooked.
She was supposed to have been a beautiful girl. Leon's Cora. My father told her that. So I suppose you could say she's really had something to do with sacrifice.
We have all got something to sacrifice.
The show goes up November 22nd and 23rd. We will have an 8 o'clock show on the 22nd, a 2 o'clock matinee on the 23rd, followed by a talkback with a couple of professors from AU, some students, and then a very, very, very special guest that I will not give away now, but is definitely worth the while to come for, as well as an 8 o'clock show on the 23rd.